Dun dun dun. Ringtone. No, don't want the ringtone there. Uh, keep your hand on the camera. Keep your hand away. All right. Here we are in my studio. My studio bedroom. It's cold again today. It's brighter. It's not raining outside, but it's cold. It's cold, and not only is it cold, it's windy. The wind chill factor. So I have someone joining. Hello. It is Big Speakerman. Big Speakerman. Hello. How are things? Let me see if I can scoot enough. There we go. I want to be close, but not uncomfortably close. Not everyone likes to be uncomfortably close. All right, we are indoors. We're not in the wilderness right now, which is, but that's okay because the show must go on. Like that Queen song. My heart may be aching, my makeup may be flaking, but my smile. Well, thank you. Yes, I noticed that. I just broke that. I'm doing a personal best lately. So I'm going to keep it up, and maybe I'll get my first 1,000 subscribers and then 100,000 subscribers. I think daily I'm getting more, so it's just a matter of time before I'm getting out there. So you are Big Speakerman. I like your logo. It's got the speaker for the head. So you are in the Philippines. How old are you? I gotta ask. I gotta know my audience. I gotta know the age, the location of my audience, so I can get more familiar. And that way I know how to talk. I know what words to choose. If someone is under 18, I gotta choose my words. I'm wearing you're 19. Okay, well that's even better. We're age appropriate. We're an age appropriate audience. What's the weather like over there? Here it's cold. We're dealing with cold here because we've got tomorrow is Thanksgiving. I want to see if I can still make a show tomorrow. I might do a show from my brother's house. I'll have to hook up to his Wi-Fi, get his Wi-Fi password, and do a little chat for a while we're getting ready for Thanksgiving dinner. See if I can ask some of my relatives to talk with us. Oh, you're in the UK. I heard somebody. Okay, I think I got you mixed up with someone else. Well, cool. What time is it over there? There's a 5 hour difference there. It's 11 o'clock here, so it might be like 5 o'clock. I'm not sure. I need to check my watch here. My watch has. Oh, it's 12 o'clock now. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It's probably 5 o'clock over there, which means everyone's done working. Everyone has finished their work. I'm playing with my rings today. This ring is supposed to take your temperature. That's pretty cool. It's got it in Celsius. If you wear it long enough, if it warms up to your temperature. 1702. So let me see that. Let me do the math here. 1702. That's interesting that they use, we call it military time because it's like there are 24 hours in a day, so you just count ahead. After 1 o'clock, you go 1300, 1400. My brother had to learn that when he joined the military. Everyone started using military time because it's international, you know. If you're fighting along Brits or Aussies, or if you're fighting along Canadians, you know, I think Canadians also use the military time. That way it kind of makes it to where, oh, you're eating. Yeah, I suppose so. It's 5 o'clock. That's around the time, or 1700. That's when we start eating, or at least start cooking. Because I know a good turkey leg takes around an hour to cook at 400 degrees. See, I memorized that. You take a turkey leg and you put it in the oven, and it takes an hour at 400 degrees. 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, I don't know what that is in Celsius, because I guess we're in the Dark Ages. I don't know what they used in the Dark Ages, but I'm pretty sure we're there, because we still use feet. A foot used to be the size of the king's foot. Noodles! I like noodles. I like rice noodles. Whenever I go to Ichiban, one of my favorite Chinese restaurants, they have rice noodles. And then regular noodles are good too. There's so many different kinds of noodles. So I'm being distracted by all the things I have hanging on my wall. I have necklaces on my wall. I have all these, and also my wand. I never forget my wand. I have so many wands because I'm fidgety. I'm a fidgety magical guy. So we have one person watching, possibly. Maybe I should come on a little earlier than 1700, because everyone's eating, or they can eat while they watch me. I don't know. I don't know if people want to watch me while they're eating. So I'm going to see my temperature pretty soon. Yeah, this is in Celsius. It looks like a regular wedding ring, I guess, and you put it on, and you just wear it until it reads your temperature. They have these things you put on a baby's forehead that tell you their temperature. You put it on a baby's forehead. Okay, today is Wednesday. Wednesday the 22nd. That is so weird. I have this magnetic ring. It's a ring that's magnetic, so you can do your magic tricks. So you can make things stick to your hand, which I think is kind of neat. I have one also out in my trunk, in the trunk of my car. And yeah, you say, look, it's suspended. Only because of the magic ring, the magical, mystical magnetic ring. You can also make a coin disappear. If you have a coin, put it on someone's hand, and it's gone. Here's a trick. Look, the coin is there, and then it's gone because it's stuck to your ring. Another eBay delight, another eBay fun thing I got. So some people might join today. So Big Speaker Man is in the UK. Who else? There was another guy. Try to remember. There was, I think T. Harrison. There was somebody I was talking to from the UK. And then there was somebody from Ireland, somebody from, oh wow, I'm gonna have to start making a list. I guess the older you get, the worse your memory gets. Because I know Arthur's from Canada, X Trigger's from Nevada. Who else do we have? There was a plethora. I have a plethora of different people who joined me. Well, anyways, it'll come to memory maybe. Maybe I'll remember it again. I'll have to keep a notepad with me. Every time somebody joins me, I can write down on my notepad who is from where. Because my demographic is 18 and older. But then again, there's some children. I get children that will comment on my videos and or my shorts. They'll comment, and so I say viewer discretion, parental guidance, parental discretion. Yeah, parental guidance, PG. Because not everything is for everyone. I guess I'll quiet down for a few minutes. All this noise. Let's see what we can do. Let's see who can come up. So Sunday, I hope everyone shows up for Sunday. Sunday at 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock will be 5 o'clock in the UK. Yeah. Yes. Maybe even 11 o'clock. I might start at 11 o'clock. Because that way it'll still be tea time. Because I want to have tea on Sunday. Tea on Sunday at 11 o'clock. If I could remember, if I don't fall asleep, taking a nap or something. So I'll be patient. Sometimes I need to be patient. And I will start seeing more uh, more attendees. I was thinking of an idea. I want to make an adults only educational show. I want to call it the G Spot. I want to call it the G Spot. And what we do is we talk about relationships. We talk about proper behavior between lovers, between between people who want to have a good relationship. We can give advice. We can talk about what is healthy in a relationship. And I want to call it the G Spot. And it will be age restricted because I can restrict it to everyone over 18 can join. Because I remember watching Loveline. There was a show called Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. I used to stay up around 10 o'clock, I think it was on MTV. And it was also a radio show. And there was, people did that. People called in with their questions. People called in, just with their questions. They had questions about their relationships, what they should do, um, medical questions. And maybe I can get a physician to join me, and that way the physician can answer the medical questions. And then between the both of us, we can answer questions about relationships, how to respect, what a person, your lover's wishes, For example, if your lover is into something and you're not, you should negotiate. You should talk about, what is comfortable. What are you comfortable with? Come up with a list of things you're comfortable with and things you're not comfortable with, and not pushing the issue. If you want to try something, um, try it, but then have safe words, have a safe word in place so that you both know, hey, we're going to stop this. This is not as fun as we thought it was. Or so, anyways, I'm going to do a show called The G Spot, and it will be age restricted, 18 and older. And let me know in the comments what you think about that, because I want to do it. I was thinking about that as subject matter, as content. If we can talk about healthy relationships, because I think people need to learn more about how to have a healthy relationship, what to do during a relationship. Love, respect, dignity, courtesy, all these words that can be put into action, these things that we can practice to make better relationships. So I'm thinking about maybe tomorrow night, even. Tomorrow night I can, that way people can watch it after it's recorded. After it's recorded, they can watch and learn some things. I can be the host for a while until I find a co-host. I can audition for a co-host, someone who doesn't mind just discussing things that contribute to a healthy relationship. And that's what I want to do. I want to call it the G Spot, and it'll be something, again, age restricted, and people can just ask questions and give advice, give their own advice, because we can always add to our LOL. Hi there. You're somebody I haven't seen before. How are you? We always ask, where are you from? How are you doing? I was entertaining a thought about an age-restricted show called The G Spot, where we talk about healthy relationships and what we can do to better our relationships, and how to have healthy, happy encounters with each other. Because there's so many different levels of relationships. There's your friends, there's your boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, husband, and how to make relationships better. Okay, that's fine, yeah. But hey, it's good. I respect anonymity, because sometimes it is healthy to not tell anybody where you're from, because it's more like, yeah, because I've got some people who join in who from the UK and from Canada and from the Philippines and Ireland. I talked to somebody from Ireland once, and so maybe they'll rejoin me. And so, anyways, we kind of do that. But again, I respect the anonymity, the privacy, as I call it. So, thank you for joining. We're just saying hi, everybody, today. It's the day before Thanksgiving here in the U.S. So everyone is, I'm basically trying to keep warm. It's a cold day out there. I usually do my shows outside because I give like a tea party atmosphere. So, I guess everyone is doing okay. I was talking to my auntie a few hours ago, and she's got a congestion, so I've been praying for her. Her congestion has hung on for a week now, so I'm hoping she gets better. Maybe she'll just get healed overnight, who knows. They prescribed her some Mucinex, so that's what she's taking for her congestion. Because there's two different kinds of coughs. You get your post-nasal drip cough, and then you get your congestive cough. And if you get the right medicine, then it takes away the cough. But yeah, I'm all about peroxide and honey. Peroxide, honey, and lemon, and all these home remedies. So, So I guess I can get into some music or something, you know. I tend to talk a lot, but people are okay with that. I guess they're okay with tuning in and listening to some talking. So I average between one to two chatters. I got a whopping 31 views. 31 views on my last pod, my last podcast, my last live feed when I did a live stream. Yes, yesterday I did a live stream and I didn't get too many people joining during the live stream, but afterward I got 31 views, and I just reached 400 subscribers, so I'm getting there. So I'll keep doing what I'm doing. I need to do more cardio. So I have one viewer. I got to use my comedy fart gun. My Despicable Me. I'm charging up my batteries, my other batteries. So am I doing okay so far? Am I watchable? I'll call it the watchable show. Is it something? Yeah. We're getting cheerful today. Today is a cheerful day, even though the sky is gray. All the leaves are brown and the sky is gray. I'm watching leaves out the window blow past. We got leaves and pine needles out there. All the squirrels, I think, have hid all their nuts. I see little holes in the yard where squirrels are hiding their winter food, which is kind of cool. Well, they're using our yard as a storage facility for their winter food. That sounds like a good intro. I got 2 viewers. Oh boy, oh boy. Now I'm back to 1. Oh, I was left a like. Thank you for the like. I'm going to light an incense. I want to light a wand incense because I love how it makes my room smell. My room stash / studio. So I'm going to try jasmine today. Oh, I have lavender. That's what I have. Jasmine. There we go. Please excuse me for a moment. will make it smell good in here. Oh, make it smell nice. Improve the mood in here. It's time to smell. It's smelly time. There we go. We got a better atmosphere. We're back down to one person. Sometimes one person means there's two people. I notice my viewers, they sometimes watch how many people are watching. This is cool how it lights up. It not only farts, it lights up. I have other toys, but my one toy runs on watch batteries. And those watch batteries aren't too dependable because they run out. There's no way to turn it off. I guess if I took the batteries out of it, which is a pain. So, it is the middle of the day. Here it is noon. There it is 5 o'clock. Australia is on the others. It's, I think it's morning, early morning over in Australia. I'll look to see if anyone's going to join me from Australia. Or if anyone's going to join me from... One person saw my video from North Korea, so I'm getting out there. I'm playing Nothing in Particular. We'll call the song Nothing in Particular.
And it's time.
We're 27 minutes in. I think we've covered a lot of territory. So yes, Sunday at, I believe, 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I'm on Eastern Standard Time. 11 o'clock Sunday, we're going to have a tea party. I'm going to wear my Mad Hatter hat. You can break out your tea or whatever you like to drink when you're sitting around. I'm going to do it outside if weather permits. If the weather gets better, we can all sit and have tea. Tea or hot cocoa or whatever. I might go for the hot cocoa. I need some hot cocoa. With marshmallows. And then your favorite snack. I might get some snacks just for that. I'll stop by the grocery store and get some pie. I'll get a pie. Maybe 2 pies. 2 different pies. Individually wrapped. I notice if you take one of those small pies and put them in the microwave for 30 seconds, they're not too hot, they're not too cold. Like an apple pie, a cherry pie, a chocolate pie. They taste pretty good. Now all we need is a campfire. A good old cowboy campfire. Who's seen Blazing Saddles? There was a scene in Blazing Saddles where all the cowboys were around the campfire and they all started farting. There was just like, it was a lot of farting around the campfire. let's pick up the tempo. Hey, the sun's coming out, but it's probably still cold. I guess the lighting's pretty good in here. I've got the indoor lighting on, the windows open, so I don't look like I'm hiding in the dark. I'm working with what I got. I usually do these shows until my battery runs out of power. Someone actually asked me to put my clown nose on. That was their request. They requested me to put on my clown nose. And there it is. One person asked me to bring out my jaw harp. I think the jaw harp, I'll play the jaw harp. This will be upon request. I will pull out things upon request. When people want to. Actually, I'm here for them. I'm here for the people to entertain. I played for like a good half an hour. So maybe after supper, people will start joining me. Somebody actually left to go to supper. Is it supper or dinner? Is it dinner, supper? I think it's the same thing. It's a hillbilly reunion. A hillbilly convention. A hillbilly convention. Gather around, y'all. Thank you, thank you. I gotta allow myself time to breathe. I get so excited. I get so excited and I want to do so many things to entertain. I fulfill requests if I can. All right. I trust that everything is okay. It looks like I only have one viewer today. One viewer, possibly two. It's kind of nice looking out the window. just sitting here. There's a window across from where I am, looking at the autumn scenery, the brownish yellow color of the leaves as they hit the ground. So what can we talk about? We could talk about road trips. We could talk about hiking. I guess that's what these live streams are about. Q&A, question and answer, getting to know all about you, getting to like you, hoping that you'll like me. I've got all these toys on my table. My tripod is supported by my table. And on my table I have all these things to play with. I feel like a parrot in a cage. You know how the parrot has all these little mirrors and beads and hoops to play with. That's what I do when I sit here. It's about time for lunch for me. So I guess we could sit quietly together. We can quiet is just as good as getting excited. Quiet is good. Quiet usually inspires people to talk. When it's quiet, you can come up with ideas or something to talk about. Because that's basically what we're doing. We're 37 minutes in. Da, 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 da. Well, singing isn't quiet. Being quiet is quiet. Being quiet is quiet. Let's play the quiet game starting now. That's what I can do. To amuse myself, I can see how long a person watches while I'm being quiet. I'll see how long before they say bye. Some of my viewers say bye before they leave, or I gotta go eat. Bye. Sometimes they just leave. So one, possibly two viewers. I got one like. I honor that like. I honor and respect that one like and appreciate. Love, honor, and appreciate that one like that I got. I wonder if one person can leave more than one like. If they really, really like it, they can put many likes. So does anybody else collect wands? I started collecting wands a while back. I just thought wands are so cool. There's so many different kinds. This one's made out of the oak tree. And they say wands are for sending and receiving. If you want to receive something, you point your wand. Or if you want to send, you point your wand. There's a process for making wands. They say on a Wednesday, you look for a nut tree. It's got to be a nut tree. I guess an oak is a nut tree because the acorns come out of the nut tree. I mean, yeah, out of an oak tree. So I remember doing that one time. I went to an oak tree Wednesday. It's got to be Wednesday at dawn. Wednesday at dawn, you're supposed to cut off a branch with one stroke. So like get a tree pruner. Oh, I believe here's my mother's nurse. or someone's pulling up. I got somebody. My mom has a nurse that comes to visit her to check in on her. She's here quite early. So anyways, I'll try not to let that distract me until she comes to knock at the door. So, all right, where was I? A nut tree, Wednesday at dawn. Oh, maybe she's not coming in. You cut it with a tree pruner. I recommend a tree pruner because it takes one, you're supposed to do it with one stroke, and then you have your wand. And that is, it holds in the energy, I guess, of the tree you're cutting it off of. So it's like, wow, I was so fascinated by how to make a wand. Wands have been used for thousands of years. I think even the Egyptians talk about wands. There was a wand of lapis lazuli. And in a lot of lore, wands are used. Why are we talking about wands? Okay. I'm reading something that was already written. For some reason, the chat comes up, and I read stuff that's already been written, that's already been typed in. So I'm still holding on to one person. And they're not saying anything. Well, that's okay. You know, speaking is not necessary. Those who speak, those who know don't speak. Those who speak don't know. Those who know don't speak. That's the Kabbalion. That goes all the way back to the Kabbalion. The books of Hermes, Trismegistus. He said, those who speak don't know. Those who know don't speak. So maybe I'm in the presence of someone who knows because they're not speaking. Let's see, has it taken my temperature yet? This ring is supposed to take my temperature. This pretty little golden black ring. The longer you wear it, it's supposed to take your temperature. And hopefully it is 37 degrees Celsius. Let me check here. Oh, 38 degrees Celsius is body temperature, or ideal temperature. 38 degrees Celsius. 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah. Different ways of measuring the same thing. I think my doggy needs to be let out. Nope. When he wants to be let out, he'll sit in the hallway and he will watch me. He will just sit there and watch me. Or he will whimper if he really has to go out. But right now, I think he's sleeping. He likes to sleep because I don't think he gets much sleep during the night. Oh, wow, the sun is shining out there. Maybe the sun will warm things up. Maybe at 4 o'clock I'll do an outdoor thing. I love playing with my earth magnets. My tiny little earth magnets that are so powerful. I like playing with my earth magnets, seeing if I can separate them. They're about the size of a watch battery, and they stick together with invisible force. I guess we haven't discovered what gravity is, what magnetism is. I know that there is repelling magnets, or the repelling side of the magnet and the attracting side of the magnet. And they resist each other, and they also draw. Anyways, Bill Nye the Science Guy. Are you enjoying yourself so far? Sitting in, well, I'm not sitting in silence. I'll have to keep seeing how long I can remain quiet. If I can remain quiet. I'll see how long I can retain this person after being quiet. Oh, hey, how you doing, man? Trigger, X-Trigger from Nevada. We have one person with us that chose not to disclose their location or their place of origin, and so we're playing around now. It's the day before Thanksgiving, and we're just playing around. So we have, wow, 2 people. Wow, wow, wow. We got 2 people. I'm retaining 2 people. 2 people with my fart noises. That one actually dimmed the lights. The lights got dim when I farted, did the fart noise. There we go. I'm charging up my other set of batteries. I don't want to be without battery power. So we got another joiner today. All the bells and whistles. Hey, I have both a bell and a whistle. I'll have to go get my whistle. I've got to remember where it is. I have a bell and a whistle. I should use that. My little bell. It's one of those bells that you see on the desktop, ring for service kind of bell. It's just a happy day today. There's nowhere to go, nowhere we need to go. Every day is always someplace we gotta go. Today we could just sit and talk and play with our harmonicas, play with our flutes. And that's where I'm going to stop. I don't know, today seems like a flute day. A day for Cuckoo Bird. Let's see if I can do the Cuckoo Bird again. That's too high. Let's go lower. Twilight Zone. I'm using different fingers. I wonder how long somebody can listen to that before they start losing it. Put that on a loop and just see how long it takes somebody to say, stop it, stop it. Well, I'm glad to see you again, Mr. Trigger. Arthur was here yesterday for a short while. He's kind of tied up in college stuff. He's got to do a lot of college classes. He pops in until his college class starts. Let's do something soothing. I think my flute has laryngitis. Ain't nobody got time for that. I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that. Oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. I remember when there was Leave Britney Alone. That guy was just screaming, Leave Britney alone! Hey, we were just talking about you. So we have the posse. We have Trigger and Arthur. And it's Sunday. No, today is Wednesday. So we have a total of 3. I gotta learn more songs. All right, so we're all here. Yay! We got the group, the posse, the gang. The gang's all here. I finally broke. I just play random stuff. It's called the random song. This is a song that doesn't end. It just goes on and on, my friends. Some people started singing it, not knowing what it was, and it goes on forever just because this is a song that that doesn't end. I remember Space Ghost Coast to Coast. That was on Adult Swim. Space Ghost was like a cartoon with all these different characters. Barack was one of them. It was like one of the... Anyways, they started singing the song that doesn't end. I think Sherry Lewis and Lamb Chop was a show when I was young. And I think she sang the song that doesn't end. That can get annoying. You start playing that on a road trip with a bunch of kids. And then there's John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. His name is my name too. Whenever we go out, the people always shout, John. It's supposed to get louder each time you sing it. Oh wow! On the account of snow, canceled classes. I like that. Snow day and canceled classes. Somebody had diarrhea, or somebody had a wedding to go to. Yeah, that is interesting to know. What did happen? Yeah, because what really... We're about to find out. Hopefully nothing bad. I hope no bad people show up. And then... Everyone's being quiet all of a sudden. Oh, wow. The rest is history. Yeah. So, hopefully no one was injured. That's what we had to watch out for. We have gas leaks, like for propane gas leaks. Propane and propane accessories. You could always, they had to add a smell to propane. Because propane is scentless. There's no smell to propane. We always had to have smoke alarms and carbon monoxide detectors. Cool. You're in a safe place. I like that. I like hearing that you're in a safe place. Safe, loved, and protected. So we got 4 people now. How about that? The party is growing. Then we'll have to start turning people away. Like when a concert is filled. We had to start turning people away because there was not enough room. But I guess there will always be room because everyone's in the comfort of their own home. From the comfort of your own home, you can chat with people far, far away. I wonder who else is going to request that I put on my clown nose. Yesterday, somebody requested that I put on my clown nose. I think they were from France. They came from France. These things are made from a cheap foam rubber. Mine's already starting to crack. And I'm just putting it on the tip of my nose. Anyway, so we're down to one person. I think only one person said bye. It was Big Speaker Man. Big Speaker Man is our friend from the UK. I think it just gets boring after a while, and then people just start dropping off. Yeah. So one person, we are 57 minutes into the show, and I hope it's been entertaining, insightful. Oh, I have a link in the description. If you want to promote your channel, click on the link. I forgot how I marked it. There's two links. One is donate to Ed's Heart, and another one is get get um, get views or something like that. And it's you pay a one-time fee, and you can keep sending different links. What they do is they promote your link. They get your link out there, and you get a graph that tells you what country your link is seen in, or not seen in, but who's getting your link. So you can copy your link to your video, and you send them the link, and I should mark it get seen. I should mark it get seen or get views, because that's a way you can get views. You click on that, and it's $20. Yes, yes. It was weird what happened. It was right when I got to Georgia. I was I saw a police officer pulled over to the side of the road, and the lights were flashing, and I passed it. It's like, hey, he's not pulling me over, so I just passed him. And then the cop got into his car, followed me, pulled me over, and said something about you're not supposed to pass a cop that is pulled over with their lights flashing. And I never heard of that. So I wonder if it was a real cop, because a lot of people impersonate officers. And one time I was in my old town. There was my old part. It was in Sacramento. I was in the Del Paso Heights area because I moved to. Trying to remember that it was on Manzanita Avenue. It was Carmichael. I moved from Del Paso Heights to Carmichael, so I went back to Del Paso Heights because I like to listen to the radio show Coast to Coast. I was listening to Coast to Coast around 10 or 11 o'clock at night, and I was pulled over, and the guy gave me the sobriety test, and we started talking. I was saying I was listening to Coast, and it turned out he also listened to Coast, And then they just let me go along my merry way. But it was kind of interesting to that I just was driving through my old town, my old area that I lived in, and I got pulled over. And I guess it was maybe the way I was driving, I don't know, but something compelled him to pull me over. And I guess maybe he just he needed to find out that I listened to Coast to Coast. So what was another? I wasn't necessarily pulled over. I was uh, I was living on Y Street in Sacramento, and I watched this guy pull up behind my mom's car. My mom's car was parked, and this guy pulled up real close to my mom's car, and a cop had pulled me over, or had pulled me over to the side, and said, "What are you doing?" It was because I was outside late. I think I was around 21 at the time, and the cop started patting me down and asking me why I was out, and I turned to point at my mom's car, and he slapped my hand over to because he was still patting me down. And I said, "Hey, I was just because I think I was going to my girlfriend's house. I was going from my mom's house to my girlfriend's house." And so yeah, that was one of those Twilight Zone. You know, I just was walking at night. I had my camouflage pants on. You know, I guess I didn't look like a guy who was just belonging. So it was kind of late, and I was heading to my girlfriend's house because I didn't have a car at the time. I just was walking over there, and yeah, so a cop pulled me over and started patting me down, asked me why I was out at night. So I guess I dress more less thuggish. I guess I don't dress like a thug anymore with my camo pants. I guess I just like doing that because I was into karate and stuff like that. I was taking some karate lessons, and when you camouflage pants are made for that, those military style pants. You could do kicks and everything. And also, I thought it was the coolest thing to wear camouflage pants. Oh, somebody left me a like. Thank you for that. But those are my younger years. And oh wow, that's a serious offense. Grand theft auto. They thought you may have stolen a car. I know things aren't always what they seem. They call that, they have a name for that, circumstantial evidence. You know, like if you have blood on your shirt. I drive a. It's interesting how I heard it. My dad passed away. I got some money from when my dad passed away, and I went to a used car lot, and there was a BMW parked, and I guess it was a blessing for my dad. I don't know. I just noticed this BMW on the car lot, and it was $9,000, and and I snatched it right up. And it's been a good car. It's a 10-year-old car, so there's parts that are wearing down on it, so I have to get things replaced on it. And so that was my first really high-end car that I've ever owned. The one I had before was a Honda. I had a Honda that took me across country when I was in California, and I moved from California to Georgia, and then I got into a wreck because I ran a red light. Thank God I survived that. Studebaker, that's pretty high end too. One girl I was dating said that she wished I drove a Studebaker. I remember that she was a school teacher, and she went by Ava. Her name was Ava, and we would hang out together. She was from Hungary. We were both into art and stuff like that, and humor. And she was very high class. And she said, "I wish you drove a Studebaker." because I was driving a junker clunker at the time. The time we were dating, she was ashamed to be seen with me she was ashamed to be seen in the car with me because I think it was my first car, or yeah, one of my first cars was just a car I found on the side of the road that somebody owned and sold it to me for like $700 or something like that. It had a good engine, but it just had a crappy body. And then the other one I had a wreck. Yeah, imagine that. The Studebaker. I'll have to look that up. Say who makes a Studebaker? Because I know Mercedes is made in Germany. BMW is made in Bavaria. And then there's the Hondas are made in Japan. And then there's Fiats. Fiats are starting to get better. I remember Fiat earned the reputation, fix it again, Tony. Fiats were like an Italian car. And but I've seen a lot of Fiats lately, or Fiats that are really good, seem to be really good cars now. They've improved on it. And I just remember that. Yeah, Fiat means fix it again, Tony. Then I remember hearing like, oh God, I always like to say the tender age of 32. When I was 32, that's when I started driving. Because up until then, I would always walk to work because I was living in a one-bedroom apartment, could barely afford it back in the 90s. I remember that. I was everywhere. I either walked or rode a bike. And then I got a job that was further from home. So I had to get me a car. And then I finally got a car. And it was just a clunker junker car. Then I got my license. I got the car registered and everything. And then I started upgrading every so often. I'd have to upgrade my car or trade up. I'd have to trade up on my different vehicles that I got. So yeah, it's like I was 32 years old before I had to get a car. Because before it was all the light rail, which is kind of like the train. So I would hop on a bus every time I wanted to go to the mall. Every time I wanted to go to a movie, I would get on the bus, and the bus would take me where I needed to go. And it was so much cheaper. You know, I didn't have to pay car insurance. I didn't have to pay for registration and all that every year. Because everywhere you go, you have to pay, and then you got to pay for smog to have it smogged. They do like an emissions test. It's like, yeah, I remember having to go just this year. It's like $20 to get it for the emissions test, and another $20, $21 to register the car. So it's like $41 just to get your car legal. And then there's all the repairs involved. $239 a month. Some people pay more than that. My brother pays probably more than that for just to insure your car. So yeah, bicycle isn't a bad idea. If you're in a place where there's decent weather, you could just hop on your bicycle and go to work. But then if you want to go grocery shopping, you probably have to have a friend take you to the grocery store. Say, hey buddy, can you take me to the grocery store so I can get some milk? Milk seems to be the thing we run out of the quickest. We are so quickly out of milk. Or eggs. Eggs is like 2 eggs every day for 2 people, so that's like 4 eggs every day. Just about every day, because sometimes we have pancakes. Pancakes! Have you ever seen that movie, Cabin Fever? There was a scene in Cabin Fever where a kid was on the porch. It was a kid with the long hair. And the guy says, how you doing? And the kid starts yelling, pancakes, pancakes. Starts doing flipping back kicks and stuff like that. And runs up and bites the guy. That was a weird ass scene. Pancakes! We got 4 people. How about that? I guess that's my favorite phrase. How about that? How about that? I would like to stop. The time I got my nose broken, I was wandering around in this, I guess, Hispanic neighborhood, and and I was jumped by a bunch of like a Hispanic group, this gang or something. I was walking around, and somebody walked up to me and said, do you have any money?" And I said no, and I turned and started walking. So yeah, that's one thing I would want to change is going into that area at night. They say don't go into certain areas at night, but it didn't seem like a bad area. It was right next to a park. I was just walking next to a park at night, and I was approached by a bunch of Hispanic uh, thugs, I guess, and I just turned to walk away, and I got punched in the back of the head, and then before I knew it, I was covered with people, and I didn't get hurt anywhere else except my nose. My nose was punched, and it broke my nose. Also, that chick. I think everybody has that chick that they wish they could have avoided. There was a girl who told me she wasn't married. I'll stop, then I'll shoot. Yeah. Get your pistol. That's what. Oh, here in Georgia, you don't have to have a permit now. From what I understand, you don't need a permit to conceal and carry. It used to be you had to go through some stupid class to get your concealed carry permit, but then they were seeing how many crimes were stopped, how many crimes were thwarted because somebody had a pistol, and then they made it so that you didn't need a permit or you don't permit to conceal carry. Yeah, because for the longest time, people were just they were open carry. I'd see people coming in to order their lunch, and they would have a pistol on their hip, just like the old West. All these fangled like Glocks, and I don't see many revolvers, but I saw some Glocks that people would carry. They'd go into like a barbecue place to order lunch, and the guy would have a pistol on his hip, which you didn't see in California. In California, they just wanted the criminals to have all the bells and whistles. California is really hard. I don't know. He's never shared that with us. But I guess here I like to respect anonymity. Sometimes people like to, they like to go by their handle. Jackal, the Jackal. Wasn't he a villain? The Jackal. So we know Jack Arthur. And I guess there's a T. Harrison. He told me what his name was, but I don't remember. There's a lot I don't remember lately. I wonder if it's the early stages of dementia. I was doing a little research on dementia. They say if you catch somebody walking around the house aimlessly, or if you get insomnia, those are signs of dementia. or forgetting to pay bills. I think some people conveniently forget to pay bills. There's all these signs of dementia. So we got 3 people, possibly 4. We've been at this for an hour and 14 minutes. I like how we're all just chatting, shooting the breeze, sharing life experiences, playing with my 2-headed coin. It has a head on both sides, kind of like that Two-Face. It's got the reverse and obverse. Heads or tails? Heads or tails? not lately. I haven't played many games. I just remember Doom had a heavy impact on me. I've stayed up all night playing Doom. I started playing when it was daylight, and then it was daylight the next day. And it's like, okay, that's an addictive personality. That's somebody who gets really caught up in something. I remember one time talking to a girl when it was dark when we started talking, and then it was light when we finished talking. So yeah, I think what it is I just lose concept of time or lose track of time, and it's like, man, that's scary when you start talking to somebody and then it's the next day. It's like, think of how much stuff you've missed. I guess it was a pretty good conversation. Yep. I remember a lot of bicycle riding when I was young. Walking, bus rides, and bicycles. What about I guess my technical difficulties have gone away. Oh, I think it's the sounds that get us to play a game. Well, we get caught up in the sounds that the game makes. Dong, 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 dong. I think Rammstein had a hand in the game when you're playing Doom. You're listening to a Rammstein song. Do 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 do. Dead Space. And then there's not Evil Dead, Resident Evil. Resident Evil could probably give you nightmares. I've had nightmares about zombies before. Not being able to get away from zombies. I hate the dreams where you're moving real slow. You, you're trying to get away from a monster and you can't move, or you're moving very slowly. I had a dream one time. My dad had some dolls that he brought back from Japan. He had a samurai doll and a geisha girl doll. The samurai doll in my dream would come to life and start coming after me, and I couldn't move, or I was moving very slow. Those were some weird looking dolls. There was like a samurai warrior doll that had big puffy white hair and a made up face. And that doll would come to life in my dream. It was kind of neat. It was like it was in a glass case. A glass case of emotion. The geisha girl would leave me alone. The geisha girl would never move. But I'd always have a dream or two about that samurai warrior doll coming after me. Puppet Master. Remember Puppet Master? There was a series called Puppet Master. It was about this guy who would give life to puppets. The puppets would kill people. There's a lot of movies about puppets that kill people. I think during the 80s, and that's when Child's Play came out, during the late 80s. The one who played the mother in Child's Play, she was on, not Party of Five. I think it was God, it'll come to me later. I say, yeah, she was in Child's Play. She played the mom. So I guess it was the ones that blow up. The fake. I had a fake cigar. It was it had some kind of a glitter at the end to make it look like it was lit. Oh, vapes. Yeah. They saying vapes aren't healthy for you either. People used to think vapes were safe to puff on. Vaping is not healthy either. Yeah. Yeah, there are those electric cigarettes. Yeah. I remember they first started coming out like late 2000s. Cancer sticks. That's right. I think it's what they add to cigarettes. I've always thought that what they're adding to cigarettes give people cancer and also make people addicted because cigars don't seem to be unhealthy, but it's because a cigar, like I said, you puff on it. You have to keep puffing on a cigar to keep it lit. But a cigarette, you can light it and sit it somewhere, and it'll burn all the way down. So I think it's the tar, the nicotine. I've been told they add rat poisoning and all kinds of weird stuff. But that's just what I heard. Yes, cancer sticks. But what's funny is back in the 50s and 60s, they were saying, hey, smoke them if you got them. They were saying Winston tastes good like a cigarette should. And now they're saying the Surgeon General warns that cigarette smoking may be hazardous. Something for bubbles, like a bubble blower. Yeah. Yeah, I think what it is the oral fixation. I remember Telly Savalas, the guy who played Kojak. He was, I think he was quitting smoking and he went to lollipops. People who are stopping smoking, sometimes they just put a stick in their hand. They put a little twig in their hand and they pretend like they're smoking. And it's all about the oral fixation. Or the deep breathing. I think if a lot of people, if they would just breathe deeply, they it was Joe. Yeah, it's funny how they were promoting cigarettes, and quite a few years ago, they had a Surgeon General warning on the side of a pack of cigarettes. Surgeon General says that cigarette smoking is hazardous to your health. It's like, hey, by the way, you can smoke these, but they'll kill you. It's amazing what they do. Like alcohol, they regulate alcohol, but only to a point. Yeah, I wonder why that is. Is it too much? What do they call that? Too much slang, or because they're huffing, because they're smoking whatever they're smoking. No, I guess the older you get, the more you got to keep up on things. I haven't either. Kiat. We used to have a lot of lingo, not lingo, but slang. We'd say like choice. Yeah, maybe it's something new they're coming up with. Sometimes I get one show I've seen was Josie and the Pussycats. They were showing how subliminal messages get sent and how people invent slang words. Like jerkin, it's really jerkin. And somebody tried to, oh, somebody's going to search it. Okay. That'd be cool. It'd be like a think tank. We'll be investigating the youths of today and why they say what they say. Kids today. We're gonna figure out kids today. So we got 4 people. Now we have 2 people. We have 2 likes. Like and subscribe. Check out this link that I'm showing people in the description. Yeah, the link in the description. Get hits. That's what I'm going to put on there. Get hits or something like that. Or get views. Because I think it's a one-time $20 payment, and you give them your link. Oh, big ass? Yeah, he's big ass. Somebody's got a big old ass. I'm kind of an ass man myself. When I look at a lady, I try to say, well, what kind of a butt does she have? Some people are boob men, some people are butt men. Some people will, I'm a leg and butt man. I like leg and, why were you talking about that? Why get tough? Means big ass. Why GAT though? Why GAT though? Yeah. It doesn't seem like an acronym or anything. It doesn't describe a butt, a big ass. GAT. GAT would sound like a pistol or something like that. I've heard GAT. I have no idea. Yep. We could never seem to get the youth of today. So my battery's still holding up. I'm proud of my battery. So I guess when my battery goes low, I'll start to eat lunch. That's why I need a camera crew. I like to have a camera crew follow me around the house to show people what I'm doing, my daily life. People can see how I live. I'll do like an MTV Cribs episode. Let's show you around the confines of my dwelling. Cigarettes. I remember when you can smoke cigarettes on the airplane. I couldn't escape from cigarettes when I was a kid. Everybody in my family smoked, except for my mom. All of my aunties, all of my uncles, I think they all they love to smoke cigarettes. I think I'm going to have to say goodbye right now. I'm starting to get hungry. I need to go eat something. Then I can come back tomorrow. Well, yeah, I think that's what I'll do when I'm at my brother's house. I want to see if I can do a live stream for my brother's house just to chat for a while. So we got a new joiner. I saw it go from 1 to 2. And we got 2 likes so far. They were having trouble yesterday. They were announcing on YouTube that they were having trouble keeping track of viewers, how many views people had, and they were in the process of fixing that. Because I noticed yesterday, I think I had like 20 viewers, or the likes would disappear and then come back. So maybe they fixed it. We'll have to see. Time will tell. Because that's kind of important when you keep track of how many views you get, how much watch time, and how many subscribers you're getting. Looks like it's trying to decide if it's going to be sunny or cloudy today. What time is it right now? I'm curious. It's almost 1:30 Eastern Standard Time. Looks like we're having more and more fun each time we join, each time we meet, every time we meet this way. We get to have a visual and audio. We get to watch numbers go up and down, like the stock market. I guess being indoors isn't so bad. I do get claustrophobic being indoors too long. I like being able to sit outside. I'm always wondering what the wildlife is doing. Oh yes, I have that beard hat. That's funny that you call that. It's a beard hat. Let me go get my beard hat. Beard hat. I call it my John Wick. Reminds me of John Wick. There we go. I have my beard hat. There we go. This doesn't require 4 hours of the makeup chair. You just put it on your head. It has a breathing hole. It's got a Babylonian style beard. I like my beard hat. It reminds me of the Flintstones. I don't think anybody in the Flintstones had a beard. I was just noticing that. They always had they never had, yeah. I don't think anybody had a beard or a mustache. The Flintstones, everyone was... Thank you. Sometimes I can go like this. I can go from Amish. I have my Amish. I wonder how many weird looks if I just walked into Walmart, if I just walked into a supermarket with this beard. How much, especially like this. If I walk in like this, it's like, okay, why is he wearing a disguise? Should we be scared? Should we be concerned? His mustache moves when he speaks. His mustache goes up and down. It's a younger version of Santa. Before his beard turned white. It makes my head hot when I'm inside. I'll have to wait until it's 0 degrees Celsius, 32 degrees Fahrenheit. They say at 32 degrees is when water freezes. So yeah, that'd be cool to go outside when it's very cold. When it's very, very cold, I can wear my beard hat. Wow, that restricts my breathing. I'll start to feel dizzy when I wear my beard hat. I will wear my beard hat upon request. I wonder if it's going to snow here. Sometimes in Georgia it snows. My mom she's from Colorado, so Colorado is in the Rocky Mountains. It snows a lot there. But here, it snows maybe once every other year. Not enough to have to shovel, though. I remember in Portola we'd have to shovel. Oh, good. Happy Thanksgiving. So, happy Thanksgiving. I think I'm going to go now, too. It's like an hour and a half. I think this is our record. We've made a record. We're getting into record time. I've got to eat something. All I had was a bowl of cereal this morning, so I need to catch up. So thank you all for joining me. Thank you for the likes that I've gotten. And we'll do this again. Have a great day.